Thank you for tuning in to the Crokinole World Cup out of Budapest, Hungary, a Tier 2 NCAA event. We are seeing the bronze match today between Niki and Sander. As I understand it, both these players did extremely well in the semifinal, just a touch short of their opponents, so they will be duking it out for the third place spot. Before we get into it, an announcement from our pad.
So please applaud the participants, the best 4 players on this singles tournament, and wish a good luck and good game for both of them.
And with a handshake and applause, the players are now off. This is a race to 9. The first player to hit that goalpost will win the third place spot at the Crokinole World Cup. Niki with play on the outside on her side of the board. Looks like she is trying to keep it out here, so trying to draw a mistake out of Sander. A little bit wide here, and Sander should have relative ease getting that. We'll see if Niki takes the opportunity to come in. Or, yep, looks like she was trying to come in there, but just caught the post. Sander again with an easy off. Niki now able to get play a little bit more on the inside. Sander does have hammer, so long as he can keep board control, he is in a good position to win this round. Sander, off the post. If Niki can get the off and the 20. Able to get the 20, not quite the off. And Sander now with 2 discs on the board. Actually gets the 20 of his own. With that last disc posted, most likely means if Sander can get this off, he will take the first 2 points. Doesn't quite get it off, but he's still up by 25 points on the board, so Sander gets those first 2. We see that mistake out of Sander there wasn't as consequential as it could have been. If Niki were able to get the off here, it would have been a very difficult spot, but not quite able, and actually left that disc right against the post, so Niki wasn't able to get it off here. Guaranteeing at least a tie for Sander. And eventually the win. We see this final takeoff here. Not quite into the 5, but honestly, all Sander needed to do was touch the disc and stay on for a valid shot. Sander will open this second round. Niki with the hammer. Opening strong with a 20. Now, I've seen a few matches from both these players from the doubles division. I can tell you they're both pretty strong in their 20s game, so we'll see how that translates into a singles match. A little bit faster pace in terms of how long you have between your shots. In doubles, a little bit more time to reset, whereas this, you can really get into a groove. First mistake out of Niki, but an angling opportunity here. Not quite leaving Sander's disc on the board. Sander is in a good position right now against the hammer. 2 discs on, up at 20. And Niki loses her shooter. Sander ups to 20's advantage. Not many bullets left. Oh! What a beautiful carve-in. Sander taking a second to acknowledge that. That better be in the highlight reel. Alas, that is inconsequential as Sander was a bit too high in the 20s cup for Niki to make a comeback. Still, what an amazing shot to put the pressure on. We see that initial mistake out of Niki there that gave Sander this 2-disc advantage here on the board. And then here, just an unfortunate catch of the post. A little bit busy in the middle there that ended up with Niki losing her shooter and Sander getting that 20s advantage that would eventually win him the round. But man, yeah, good to acknowledge that because that was a very nice shot. Sander now up 4-0 in this race to 9. Hammer back to Sander in this third round. And yeah, as I was saying before, in singles, you can really get in a groove. But Niki coming up long on her second 20s attempt, but Sander, a mistake. Niki can certainly make up for it here. Very nice, in a decent position. An unfortunate mistake that could be costly. Niki now up 2 in the 20s cup. And nice. Up 3. Sander's disc on the outside. Niki can just play defense at this point, keeping it out there. Sander forced to peel. Not quite able to. Niki more than content to hit and stick on the outside, and there's the peel, but not many shots left now. I think that just about does it. Shots inconsequential now. Niki will take her first 2 points of this third place match. Final shots here, and there it is. See a few of these replays. I believe that was the first error that allowed Niki to get a big advantage in the 20s Cup. And the second one here with that blue disc catching a post and going in the 20. I believe he was going for the touch 20 of his own. He did get the touch, but yeah, that post right there can be quite a deadly mistake. I know I've done that to myself a few times, so you got to be careful of that. Lessons learned, though. Sanders still with an advantage on the scoreboard. 4-2 now. Niki with the hammer in this fourth round. Now, Sander, I believe, through all of his matches has been incredibly strong with his 20s game. Keeping it up here. Niki, the first to mess up. I believe Sanders won all the 20s races so far in this match, and I think it was a very similar theme in his doubles matches as well. Sander, there we go. Very nice off in a 20. Niki trying to keep up in the cup, but Sander now with an advantage. So long as he can keep this, Niki will be hoping for a mistake out of him. But in the 20s race, that could be unlikely. He's been incredibly strong there. Oh, Sander going long. Better two options, though, and a big mistake out of Niki there, losing her shooter. Sander going long again. I believe this is the last shot. Niki will need a follow-through 20 from that side, and not quite. Looks like she almost caught a post to come back, but that is it. Sander will go up another 2 points, going 6-2 on the scoreboard. We see both players fighting for the center here, and I believe this is the correction on those touch 20s we were looking for from Sander, where he's able to get that off and the 20 with that nice little angle. And we see this final shot from Niki. This is pretty much what she had to go for, and pretty close to catching the post and coming back, but not quite. Niki to open up in this fifth round. Sander with the hammer. Sander with a very big lead right now. Sander taking some time to reset. Now 3-3 in the cups. Now I believe by the time this is out, you will most definitely be able to watch the semifinal match of Sander. I highly recommend you give that a watch, as well as his doubles performances. His team, the Roaring 20s, took the first place in the doubles division, so definitely a worthwhile watch. And, oh! I saw it there, it looked a little skinny, but Sander undeterred with a beautiful angle in. Sander with a slight advantage in the 20s cup now, down to her last shots. Unless Sander's last shot is invalid, and it's a 20, he will take this fifth round, bringing the score 8-2 in this race to 9 points. Sander one tie away from taking the win in this third place match. We see again this aggressive battle for the center here. Very offensive match indeed. See, yeah, this very, very back and forth. And yeah, that angle in, that's really what sealed it. That was very nice. Sander will open up what could be potentially the final round of this match. Lots of pressure on Niki now to keep up and catch up on the scoreboard. Back and forth in this 20s race. We will see if the pressure cracks either of these players. So far, both players seem determined and still focused. We're halfway through our bullets now. 4-4 in the 20s cup. Now, this is not great for Niki. She needs a mistake, and she gets it. I was going to say, I thought those players might be going for a perfect round, which would be the tie Sander needed to win. But Sander makes the first mistake. Lots of pressure now. Going for that touch 20. Not quite able to get it. And with that, Niki with 2 discs on the board. Score goes 8-4. Yeah, we see that the 7th shot. And that's the tough thing about a 20s race. The further you get in, the less time you have, if you make a mistake, to get back on the scoreboard. So, yeah, not a lot of options for Sander to do there. Niki, yeah, just ensures that it's not a tie by taking that one off. Niki will open this. I believe we're now on to the 6th round. Score is 8-4. And we've seen Niki slowly through this match get better and better and better in those 20s races. Able to keep up and get those mistakes out of Sander. Now, question will be if she is able to keep that pressure on. Again, lots of pressure on both these players. Sander knows how close he is to that win. And Niki knows what it means if she messes up. And we get a mistake out of Sander here. And, oh, beautiful follow through. Up 2 in the cup now. Sander making a mistake again. Niki, I think she was going for the roll away, but rolled a little bit too far, leaving an open board for Sander, who opted to go up the right side. Not quite able to convert. Now he does have hammer, but down 2 20s right now. 2 discs won't be enough on the board to make up for that disadvantage. That's certainly a start to start working that way, though. Sander here, if he can get a 20, it'll be tie round. Not quite. Looking at the count there. Believe, yep, players are out of bullets. 8-6. Niki is making quite the comeback here. We'll see if she's able to tie it up 8-8, because that would be fantastic. But even so, going 8-2, 8-6, 2 wins in a row. That kind of momentum in the late stages of this game has got to feel good. We saw that follow through from Niki. We saw this here, that very tight and awkward spot for Sander to do much with here. But I believe this is where we saw him get a 20 to try catching up. And he got it with great success. But he would have needed another 20 after this to tie the round. And that spot there, yeah, it was tough. Doable, but tough. Sander still with an advantage on the scoreboard. We're now 8-6. Niki with the hammer. So an advantage here. An opportunity for her to tie it up. Coming up short with a backboard. Oh, that could be costly if Sander can convert. And he does. Very nice. Not getting the off. And Niki's able to bump up there. But she's down in the cup right now. So pressure is on her to make something happen. And, ooh. Not getting the off. The off on the blue disc there. Sander up in the 20. 2 discs on the board. Against the hammer, but this is a good advantage to have. This could be the opening Sander needs. Oh, and a 20. We're just about halfway through our bullets now. Pressure on Niki to get back. She goes for that angle in 20 a little bit strong. And there it is. That might make this all inconsequential. Shots of formality now. Sander will take the 3rd place spot. As players go for their final shots, they're looking for that highlight. We're down to Niki's last shot. And yeah, down 4 20s in the cup, even if she gets that. Nice shot, but alas, Sander takes the 3rd place spot at the Crokinole World Cup Singles Division. I want to say great performance from both players. We saw Niki make a great comeback on the scoreboard, going from 8-2 to 8-6, definitely putting on some pressure on Sander. But alas, he did get that last round that he needed, giving him the win. Thank you again. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Chevados Crokinole. Again, my name is Garrett Tracy from Tracy Boards. Let us know if you like this commentary and if you like this match. Great work. Final applause. Stay tuned for more content out of Chevados Crokinole, and make it a great day.